Hey everybody, I wanted to post this video to help you beginner singers out because I know it can be daunting to start to learn how to sing in the beginning, and it's very easy to get discouraged and stop practicing. But I want to tell you that stopping is the last thing you should ever do, and it's really worth the practice. Getting over the original learning curve when you're a little rough around the edges is the toughest part, but once you get past it, even practicing can be a good time, and you'll want to sing all the time, and you probably will. Getting over that bump doesn't take too long either, as long as you practice continually every day. And of course, it's going to take a lot of practice, but I think you already knew that. What really is important is that you learn from the right sources and lessons to learn to sing the right way with the right techniques, and also in a right way, and also in a way that's fun and makes you want to practice more and more. So I want to give you guys a video full of tips on what you should learn as a beginner singer to make it much easier for you, as well as tell you about a site that I went to learn to sing without paying too much, and it teaches you how to develop your voice and ear the proper way. You don't really have to have a teacher to learn to sing. It's really very expensive, and singing is a skill that you develop over time by yourself, of course, with practice. Once you know what to learn with proper lessons, you can teach yourself. If you need to hear yourself, you can just get a microphone and record yourself singing to get your own feedback. And many people get sick of learning when learning with a teacher. It happens a lot when people learn instruments too, and they end up regretting it. Students who have teachers often develop a style similar to their teachers rather than developing their own unique style nobody's heard before. Learning at your own pace and developing your own style is what I'd recommend. Nobody else really needs to be involved in your learning to sing. You just need to learn the correct methods from a good lesson plan, and then add your practice and your own creativity. Plus, you'll be proud of yourself that you learned to sing by teaching yourself. The site I mentioned will help you figure out what you need to be learning at any stage in your singing career, from absolute beginner to more advanced, so you can start learning more and more complex pieces and writing your own. If you're just a beginner who's never learned before, you'll probably be surprised at how much your singing will improve within the first week after you learn proper technique. The site's right at this address in the video if you want to go there now and download their singing learning package. Just type it into your browser and or click the link in the description if you like. But for now, I want to give you some great tips to help you get started singing and encourage you to keep learning and practicing. Number one, never prematurely judge your voice or put yourself down. No matter how bad you think you sound, don't worry about it. You're capable of an amazing sounding voice with a bit of practice and proper training. Everybody has an awful sounding voice when they start, and your voice just might be incredible with a bit of training. Great voices don't happen overnight. Once you train the correct muscles the correct way, you'll develop incredible vocal tone and improved vocal range. So never stop and think that you can't do it. That's the worst thing you can do. Talent, in my opinion, is a myth when it comes to singing, when it comes to a lot of things. If you put in as many total quality hours practicing and learning singing as somebody you think is way more talented than you, you will become as good a singer as them. If you currently believe talent is what is holding you back, it isn't the talent that's holding you back, it's the belief that you are untalented. So don't believe that. Number two, when you're practicing, you always need to warm up to start. Just like warming up before playing sports will protect you from injury, warming up before singing will as well. A good sign that you aren't warmed up is that you don't sound very good yet. Start with a few relaxed breaths, then get into some gentle humming throughout your range. Then do a scale or two on the vowel ah. You'll notice your range gradually increases and your voice becomes smoother as you warm up. Always aim for this so that you aren't tempted to strain on something that you can only sing when you're warmed up. Number three, learn techniques that will develop a larger vocal range. It will allow for more expression in your singing, not to mention that it is impressive. You'll be able to send shivers down people's spines. When you're trying to achieve the one voice, which is having the same power with about the same tone throughout your range, singers have cracks or breaks. To test this, slide on a syllable like he from the bottom of your range to the top. If you don't have any breaks, try it on other syllables and at all volumes. When you have a crack or break, remember not to try harder and strain your voice. Rather, go softer and just try to do the exercise without any breaks. This will improve your muscle memory in your vocal muscles for the tone, and you'll eventually be able to increase your volume and sing with the tone you desire. This is the equivalent to playing a piece extremely slow on the piano correctly before trying at the actual tempo. Number 4, sing from the diaphragm. You've probably heard that before, but you might not know exactly what that means. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped sheet of muscle in between your rib cages below the sternum, and it controls your breathing by contracting and allowing more air to come into your lungs due to the negative pressure it creates. By practicing to carefully control the release of this contraction, you're regulating the speed of the air that comes out of you and flows past your vocal cords. Suck in as much air as you can, as if pulling it into your stomach, and hold it, and you'll feel your diaphragm getting tired. Then release it slowly, as if you're pushing from your stomach with control as you sing. Your chest muscles are now contracting to help push air out, and your diaphragm is relaxing at a controlled rate. If you haven't been doing this while singing, you'll probably notice more control and vocal power afterwards. Number 5, avoid vocal strain. Straining your vocal muscles is not like working out skeletal muscles like your biceps. Overstrain can result in permanent damage. You may develop vocal nodules, and it can decrease the quality of your vocal tone. One bad session with too much strain can keep you from singing for weeks. So if you're experiencing strain while singing something, stop and take a break, come back to it and try to sing without strain. If you can't, then stop it completely and allow your vocal cords to heal. Number 6, what we call vocal cords aren't really cords. They're more like vocal flaps in the throat, also called vocal folds. They stick out from the sides of your throat. They vibrate as wind passes over them, and the quality of the sound produced depends on their length, mass, and tension. You can control the length and tension of the folds by controlling your voice, and singing lessons teach the precise control of them, as well as controlling other factors like your diaphragm and your tongue, of course. If you're going hoarse, what's happening is you're misusing your vocal folds, and they're hitting each other and becoming damaged and inflamed. They lose their elastic quality and ability to create pure sound because of this. To prevent this, you need to learn to provide consistent airflow from the diaphragm and direct air into your sinuses where it resonates and increases the volume of your voice. This is how to get the tonality and the volume you desire without doing damage to your vocal cords. Number 7, if you always restrict your voice into a thin sound and would like a more open sounding voice, you can try this. Stick your tongue all the way out, then sing something like the alphabet song all the way through, using your diaphragm. Then put your tongue back into your mouth and sing with a relaxed tongue and throat. Before you sing a note, try to imagine in your mind exactly what it sounds like. This is called visualization, and it's a powerful technique whenever you're doing anything that requires control. It will make sure that you are always practicing correctly, and it will make it easier to hit notes the first time you start to sing. The coordination for singing lies entirely in your brain, and new neuroscience tells us that merely thinking deeply about a coordinated movement will improve performance of it. Number 8, confidence is big when singing. The purpose of singing is to express an emotion and affect people through your singing. Once you have a lot of vocal techniques under your belt and you're able to sing technically well enough, you can start using it creatively to express emotion. The problem is that in many people, confidence often comes through technical excellence. But if you have no confidence to practice more extreme techniques, you'll never have technical excellence in singing. This may not apply to you, but many people have a problem with this. So here's what you should do. Sing as if nobody is listening, and with reckless abandon, as long as you're not hurting your vocal cords. Don't worry about singing any note poorly. Just learn the correct technique that you should be practicing, learn what you need to sing, and practice it. Doesn't matter if you don't sound great now, you will soon, so don't worry. Number 9, don't mimic other singers. Developing your own voice with what you were born with is what's important. Everybody can have a unique, amazing voice if they just train with it and not somebody else's. Allow your personality to flow into the songs you sing as well. Emotionally feel the story of the song as you sing it, and other people will feel it as well. This is more important than you think. Really beautiful singers are obviously hard to come by, and people who listen to them really look up to them and revere them. Singers like that are artists who create their own style and surprise people with a new amazing voice to listen to, and are able to provoke emotional responses in people who listen to them. That's the purpose of singing, really. Singers can learn to do that like no other musicians, because people feel a very strong connection to the sound of other people's voices to begin with. You can learn to provoke emotion with your voice by learning the correct way to sing and practicing it. An example of great singing that can immediately move people is Frank Sinatra's early work. The subtleties of his voice convey so much emotion that the songs almost seem to change every time you listen to them, as you pick up more and more. Imagine being able to create music that has an emotional impact every time people listen to it, whether it is your family, friends, or at a concert or on the radio. That'd be really great, right? I think so anyway. All you need to do is create a song or an amazing version of a song, and it can last forever because it has the potential to impact people like that. You'll also be able to sing new and classic songs by your favorite artists for yourself or as a cover to play for others. It's fun to put a unique spin on a classic song. You really just need to learn the right way to practice so that you'll always love to sing, and you'll also progress very quickly. The only real secret to learning, as far as I'm concerned, is consistent practice, listening to yourself sing closely, and being critical of your own voice, and learning from the right source that'll show you the correct professional methods to learning, while also keeping you interested. If you want something like this, I gotta recommend the site I told you about. It'll really be all you need to learn to sing, because it shows you exactly what you need to be learning at any stage of your singing career, and it'll take you from beginner to advanced. You won't have to worry about learning from anywhere else, especially not from a teacher, which can cost $30 an hour or more. It's pretty unreasonable to think about, especially when there are courses like this one you can just go out there and use to learn yourself. So just go to the link here by typing it in your browser and click the link in the description. Go to the site and you can grab the course right now. Hope you enjoy it a lot, and I really hope you like the video. I hope it helped you out a lot, and good luck.